Sweet, sweet revenge. Manchester United have gotten all the 3 points with a 2-0 win over Leeds United at Elland Road, courtesy of goals from Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho. Now, in the aftermath of that frustrating draw against Leeds United at Old Trafford, I've made a video where I talked about the fact that we may have missed a trick by not using Wout Weghorst, not necessarily as a goal scorer, but rather as an outlet, as a player who would enable us to bypass that potent, aggressive press by Leeds United, and also allow us to get the ball into the final third, where our dangerous attacking players can hurt Leeds United's shaky back four. Well, how did we beat Leeds United 2-0 at Elland Road? Well, let's analyze. In this sequence, I am going to show you how Manchester United have used a different approach in order to beat Leeds United's potent press. And in this sequence, which is of course a build-up from the back, as you can see, a traditional build-up with the two center backs, the right back over here, it is very important to pay attention to the movement of Sabitzer and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, okay? So Sabitzer here moving into a wide area, trying to create space. But look here, he's gonna actually signal to Aaron Wan-Bissaka to go wide and high. Why is this important? Well, you're gonna see. Now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as Maguire and Lisandro Martinez are passing the ball to each other, what Sabitzer and Aaron Wan-Bissaka are doing here is extremely important. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka seamlessly moving into this position. Now look, Gnonto sees that. And so Gnonto has to make a decision here. Does he keep pressure on Marcel Sabitzer over here, who moved into a right-sided center-back position, or does he follow Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's not on the screen right now? So Gnonto is going to make the decision to actually go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Why is this very important? Because it opens up this channel right here for Sabitzer. So let's see what happens. Maguire assesses his options, passes to Sabitzer. Now Sabitzer immediately, because he has signaled to Aaron Wan-Bissaka what to do, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has done that and it worked, because Gnonto has followed Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So now Sabitzer has got all of this space to move forward to. Now look, he's not jogging, he's actually sprinting. Look how decisive he is with his run. And he's gonna go with the long direct ball. To whom? To yours truly, Weghorst. Now, many of you have pointed out here on YouTube and on my Twitter account how, I've talked about it, but also Erik Ten Hag has shuffled things up in the second half, where he started playing Weghorst as a number 10 with Marcus Rashford as the number 9, and then Bruno Fernandes playing slightly on the right like a wide playmaker, and Garnacho on the left. Now look at Weghorst, his positioning right here. This is what I talked about in the first video, which is by using him as an outlet between the two center backs and these double pivot, the McKennie and Tyler Adams pair right here. This is exactly what happens. So you go towards Weghorst, he's very good at holding up the ball, protecting it. Now, this did not directly lead to the goal, but what it led to is this. Fred, Bruno Fernandes, and Sabitzer. 3 very good passers, creative players in a dangerous area. We are close to Leeds United's final third. Leeds United are going to find it more and more difficult to defend against us here. Fred to Bruno Fernandes, Sabitzer. Now, in my data analysis video of Sabitzer, I have showed you how he's not the most accurate passer because he tries bold, long, direct, forward progressive passes. He's already done one with Weghorst, and now he's gonna do the second one. An amazing crossfield ball towards Luke Shaw, which leads me to Erik Ten Hag's second brilliant decision, brilliant substitution. The Weghorst positional change was one. The second one was in the beginning of the game, Malacia was the left back with Shaw as the left-sided center back. But then Malacia was substituted with Lisandro Martinez, which has allowed Shaw to play as a left back. And Shaw as a left back, he's amazing. He's very strong, right? Great balance, and of course, great technique and great crossing ability. There you go, Rashford. Brilliant, brilliant goal. The form of his life, 13 goals in his last 15 games. Amazing. We all knew what he was capable of, now he's proven it. But that first goal, the goal that has broken Leeds United and opened them up, because we created more chances after that goal than we did before that goal, was created because Manchester United switched their approach from a patient build-up in the back to actually playing direct towards Weghorst. And like I said in my previous video a few days ago, you don't have to be Stoke City or Burnley, just lump it into the big guy. Here I'm gonna show you how you can make that approach much more successful. This is the second goal, and the second goal also is similar to the first goal in many aspects. So let's see, Sabitzer in the same position, but he's not gonna be involved this time. Goes back to David De Gea. Now David De Gea goes long. Again, towards who? Towards Weghorst. Now, David De Gea is not the best ball-playing goalkeeper out there, but here is why it doesn't matter. Because the Manchester United players, they are not scattered. So David De Gea does not need to be a sniper. It's not about a surgical ball towards the chest or the head of Weghorst. It's actually more similar to a shotgun. It's more of a splash area. What you are trying to do is you are targeting this square right here where a lot of Manchester United players are positioned like a wolf pack, just waiting, biding their time, and when the ball lands into this area, then like a wolf pack, they go on and get it. So here is the thing. It goes all the way. Cock right here clears it towards McKennie. Now look, Weghorst is already anticipating the move, so is Fred. By the time McKennie gets the ball, he's got no chance. But look at how close the Manchester United players are to each other. Rashford and Bruno Fernandes here are ready to make runs in behind the defense. So is Garnacho. If you can see from his positioning, in his mind, that's what's happening. He's praying that Weghorst and Fred get the ball so that he can run in here. And we know that that's exactly what he's going to do. So Weghorst and Fred go on to win the ball. By the way, Fred's work, highly underrated. He was player of the match this game. Even though his passing was a little wayward, his work rate was amazing. And here again, clinical. Great tackle, very, very clean. Weghorst to Garnacho, back to Fred. Now look, Weghorst is asking for the ball and he's moving, peeling himself away into empty space. Asking for the ball immediately. Garnacho makes the run and Weghorst understands him. Great playmaking from Weghorst in here. Into space, beautiful. Garnacho, a wonder kid, super fast, can beat a man. And then here his choice of a finish is also great. Most players would go for the far post, he goes into the near post. Beautiful, beautiful goal. But as you can see, both of these goals against Leeds United, they were scored with one simple principle in mind, which is bypassing their press by playing long towards Weghorst or in the areas where he is. And Erik Ten Hag, by changing Weghorst's role from the number 9 that makes runs behind the defense to kind of a deep line forward, a deep target man with Marcus Rashford and Garnacho playing ahead of him, that's what made the difference. Because now you just target Weghorst, the ball either rebounds off him to players behind him or he controls it himself, lay it on to other players, and then you can create some interesting playing patterns based on that. The first game at Old Trafford, Leeds United totally dominated us because we were hell-bent on building up from the back. It's like, think about it this way. Imagine you were a jiu-jitsu black belt, right? And a boxer comes and asks you for a fight. But he says, okay, we can have a fight, but I can use my fists. However, there is no grappling. We cannot go into the ground. Would you accept those terms? No. You'd be suicidal if you did that. Why would you get into a fight with a boxer where he can use his fist, his strength, but you cannot actually get him to the ground, which is your strength to start with? And so it's the same thing against teams like Leeds and Newcastle and Brighton, teams that press quite efficiently and quite aggressively. Don't try to build from the back. And the reason why I was so excited about Weghorst coming into Manchester United is because he allows us to play a different way. A way that Anthony Martial or Rashford don't allow us to play. They are by all means more talented than him technically, but Weghorst is a great focal point, a great target man, which allows you to just bypass that press and give the ball in the final third, in dangerous areas, to our dangerous forwards. Now, let me add one word on Erik Ten Hag. I am convinced, 100% convinced, that this man is going to be a great success at Manchester United. But this is not just based on the fact that he's one of the best managers currently in world football, or that he's a great tactician or an amazing man manager. The reason why I'm so convinced that he's going to succeed at Manchester United is because he learns from his mistakes. When he first came into the league, you can expect any new manager, new player into the league that does not know the league as well to make poor judgments, right? To make mistakes. But what Erik Ten Hag has shown is that every time he misjudges a situation, it only happens to him once, never twice. Started the season with those defeats against Brighton and Brentford, and then he just shore up everything, and Manchester United went on a streak of wins. We got dismantled 6-3 by Manchester City in what was a very naive performance, but then the game at Old Trafford was completely different. Same thing against Leeds. At Old Trafford, maybe the preparation was hampered by the fact that they sacked their manager right before that game. So maybe Erik Ten Hag and his staff, they prepared based on the previous lead, the Jesse Marsch lead, Leeds United. But this Leeds United plays slightly differently, more aggressively. So maybe that took them by surprise. But Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He learns from that mistake. And so he's a manager who's continuously improving, continuously finding methods to deal with setbacks that he has experienced. And that's why he's going to be an amazing, amazing success here at Manchester United. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video analysis. If you did, please make sure to give it the thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. And cheers.